Kim.
Yeah.
This is live, sindio?
Yeah.
Sasa, whenever guests come, Morrison, they've asked me for sparkling water. Some have asked for whiskey, Monster. It's the first time someone has asked me for yogurt with real lemon biscuit.
And who's that?
This Jama over here, Kim. This is nice.
It's very nice.
Let her 3 spoons. Here you go. When you're eating, unakula sai, sindio?
Yogurt and biscuit.
You're those guys who go for dinner to someone's place and then you say, I'm not hungry. Then towards the end, you're like, let me take a lunchbox.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Actually, I do that a lot. Could you invite dinner? And I nimeshiba.
No, but check it. There's a guy I invited. He's an American. How do I put it? What are those guys that do charity work? Philanthropists. He's a philanthropist, right? Mm-hmm. So he was looking at doing some stuff within the IT sphere and then wanted help to connect schools and Wi-Fi and this and that. So I'm not sure if this is weird, but he went Hush Me and he really liked Hush Me. The first night. It's Hush Me Barbecue Center. It's a very popular chicken tikka center. Mm-hmm. So I said, let me take him back there. Now, I take him and he orders like the spread, right? And he coolers and he malizas everything. He orders like chicken chuza, which is like a full chicken, beef mushkaki.
A plate for 8.
It's like 4 people can cooler, but alimaliza mwenyewe. So then towards the end, he's like, by the way, I have a guy staying with me. He's not eaten dinner.
I need to fuck some.
So, you mind if we take him? I know for a fact the guy was staying alone because we helped him book his hotel. Do you think that was the right thing to do? Me, I'm like, if you're hungry and you like the food, just say.
I just say it. Yeah.
Anyway, may have got a couple of things over here by there.
I'll be very specific. I know I'll just pretend that I've not eaten, but at some point I'll be like, okay, now it's time to eat.
What go jaribu?
Sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Nyingi sana. It's still water. It's just now the things you put there.
Alafu
tuangalia content.
Alafu this was on sale, by the way. Prime. Yeah, Logan Paul. And then...
So you promoting them? I mean, you just don't mind having this?
That's not the bottle. Yeah, just... I want to try this as well. Because I know Kim will eventually finish. Ini Monster yako. The first 10 minutes of this podcast are always me buying you stuff. When are you going to buy me something?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. and then pure protein. Hey. Hii protein ni yangu kwa sababu nimeanza gym. Alafu kuna maji kama unataka.
You've already what Prime. Now what is this? Prime hydration. Is this just water?
Yes. So and the thing is like it's like 2 grams of carbs for the whole bottle, bro. So it's practically very low calories, especially when you're dieting and you're trying to restrict the amount of carbs you have. It's a good option. You're right.
No. It is yours. Me, I have mine on the side here.
By the Simbaya. The hate is unjustified. It seems Simbaya.
Who hates it?
Majority of people, I think they don't like Logan Paul. Do you know who Logan Paul is?
No, I don't. I'm seeing this for the first time.
He's that famous YouTuber. He was very popular. What was that app called where you had to do before TikTok and everything? There was a place where kids would go and they were like 10-second reels they would do.
Okay.
Is it?
Anyway, Logan Paul was very popular over there. Then he started a YouTube channel, and his brother Jake Paul started doing the boxing fights, fought Mike Tyson. So those 2 brothers, they launched an energy drink in collaboration with a guy called KSI, and they were easy to hate on. And at one point, Logan Paul, he recorded a YouTube vlog. He had gone to Japan, and in Japan the suicidal rates are quite high. Mm-hmm. So they'd gone to a forest. And literally, I think the guy was live streaming or he put it inside the podcast, a guy hanging. A guy had committed suicide.
There's a thing. There's a thing that is now in our lives we just experienced. How our lives unfold. There's no going back. I've seen things I can't unsee.
We found a dead body.
Yup! What the fuck? I gotta say, this is top 5 craziest things I've ever experienced in my life.
Kwa podcast.
Kwa YouTube vlog. So there was a huge cancellation on him. Obviously, he's matured since then. But do you like that?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
You want it?
Nothing wrong with it. Don't mind having it.
Sasa basi
I find myself
wacha nichukue hii.
thinking about this, but it seems to be sold around this place only. Utaipata kwingine kweli?
Hapana. Most of the stuff, this international brands will get it on the way. This building where we are at, actually I've given our location. I won't tell you which on the way, but it's in on the way building. Mara, you find guys lining up over here. Do you think that would ever happen? I have a fellow podcaster. One of his family members basically said, some of these guests you're bringing on and these topics you discuss are very controversial.
Yeah.
Someone might chalikak you. Do you think that's a fair thing to say? And do you think we'll ever get to a position in Kenya where when you express, hey, that's me. Hey, the haircut.
Yeah.
Haircut's in
What do
there.
you mean the haircut? Oh.
Hey. Morrison, umeona haircut?
Ni kweli hata umekata weight vile wanasema.
So, from those exercise Kim does, mewing, senior. Kuta it and Joe. So this haircut was actually
You've gone to another story.
I've gone to another story.
No
This is
problem.
our podcast. Anyway,
We'll get back to it.
We will get back to it. But this haircut, I want to plug in Nelson Mandela Barbary. He's at Warwick Center, Gigiri. He's my boy. We put him up over here. So, and you know that the fresh smelling scent I have. Can you?
Where? Umeacha wapi?
You couldn't smell?
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe I need more perfume. This is another plug. Original perfumes. So okay, you put Zain over here. Zain. I'm not. By the way, these guys are not sponsoring me at all. This is just guys I like and I want to work with and I want to shout them out. So we were talking about Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Kenya will ever get to a position where a guy will shoot you in public for saying stuff that's maybe against what he believes in, he or she?
No, I don't think so. We've not gotten to that point yet.
They have
Unless
never been shot.
That's a good point.
it's political.
Yeah, political stuff.
Political stuff.
Yeah, politics is a bit sensitive. Eh?
Yes, politics is still sensitive to so many Kenyans.
Yes.
That's where the defamation keeps coming every now and then. Defamation lawsuits here every now and then.
Would you ever? By the way, we've continued. I haven't introduced Morrison, but we'll get into him. Morrison and me are trying to get a movie made along with George Moore. I'll just say that. So continue watching to listen to our history and the turbulent journey we've had. But politically, yeah, I think if you dive into politics, has any of our politicians ever been shot in public by someone, like a mass execution? We've never had that, have we?
You've had, like the last time was that the MP from Wangie? What was his name? The guy who was shot around poster, GPO.
While he was talking, oh?
No, not talking. No, we've never had a character that. No, we've never had a politician talking.
No, I'm sure guys have been laid out, shot here and there.
But not like it when
like
having a speech in public.
Yeah.
Receive one. No.
The recent one I saw was Ruto, someone threw a shoe at him.
Yes.
Which I think was even an accident, maybe.
And the other one recent was the governor, Nantambey, when he was attacked while giving a speech somewhere during these by-elections that's happening huko. Pande za Transmara.
Okay, he was attacked.
He was attacked, and I think they broke his arm or something like that.
It's a bit unfortunate that politics governs the way in which we live. Everything falls back to politics.
Especially in Kenya.
Let me ask you, in the film industry, you're very prevalent over there. You're an actor, you're a producer, you're a director,
script writer,
talent, voiceover artist.
I've done so much, and now I'm feeling confused. Where exactly? But now I've settled only in film directing and script writing.
Okay.
I no longer do acting. Probably if the pay is good, I'll do acting. But the pay is not that good for me to go back to acting. Let others do the acting.
Do acting. Okay.
Yeah.
Is politics heavily involved in the film industry?
Well, I would say not that much. But at the end of the day, whoever you elect has to make policies to help you out as a film industry.
Yeah.
And now, unfortunately, characters like the whole parliament who's out there who can really help the film industry pick itself from where it is right now, I would say none.
Yes.
Because over and over policies have been made, but actualizing them, going through parliament, passing a bill in relationship to something related to the film industry. I don't know, has it ever been done? The last law was created in the 60s, Uko.
I can recall. So this conversation I recall to one of our meetings we had when we were developing the film with Vincent. Vincent
Bayer.
And George Moore. Shout out Vincent and George. One of the topics of debate was that a lot of movies, international movies, have moved on from Kenya because it's too expensive to shoot, and the policies and laws we have in place for international investors have made it virtually impossible.
Yes, true.
There was another big Indian film recently that moved. They were looking at Kenya, alafu sijui wakaenda Tanzania or something.
Indian one.
Yeah. Remember that one?
I don't remember that. I remember the German king which stole at some point. Then there are a couple of them that came over, like cutting the stone, which never happened.
Yeah.
So many keep moving. They come to Kenya for a while. They pitch. They get locations. They source locations. Then after,
actually, let me try and find that. Jamie, pull that up. I'm my own Jamie. Okay, this is the one. Mahesh Babu and Priyanka Chopra's Kenya shoot cancelled. Sites on Tanzania as alternative. Look what's up. If you guys were shooting in Tanzania, congratulations.
You know the good things, they normally carry the crew from their foreign country, or sometimes they get a percentage of the crew from Kenya.
Yeah.
They ship them to Tanzania to do the shoots.
So what Vincent was telling us was he starred in Tomb Raider, the second one, or the first one.
It was the second one that some time back in the 96.
Which was shot which some scenes were shot in Kenya.
Yes, at the railways. Those old
and they hired Kenyan actors.
Yes.
And he was telling me that the pay disparity between what these international people pay you and what the local people pay you is like Zamino Asman, we say, is like sky and earth. Very different.
Very huge.
Is there a structure for the film industry, Yani base pay? This is like we have a actors guild that protects the actors, and
we have an actors guild. An actors guild is there, but it's not that active because it's active actually. It's active only that I would say, like, we have not managed to push policies to a point whereby they are looked upon by the government like, this is the way, if you come to shoot in Kenya, this is the way you should work or pay characters when you come to Kenya. Because that's why I'm saying passing these things into parliament and getting them to be made into law is where the procedure is taking a bit of a lengthy time. Because I can remember there was a time when PSB Tangen Demo was at the Ministry of Information or Communication at that time. He tried to do the same, tried to get actors come together, give me statistics. How many are you, so that the government can feel your presence and get to know your number, so that at least we push something to protect.
Yeah.
That thing went silent. Then around last year, but one, it started again with the former Minister of Culture, that was Ababuna Mambwa.
Yes.
He put guys together, film industry come together, let's see how many you guys are, like, from different departments, like the sound department, how many guys have trained for sound, and how many guys are relying on this particular department for their livelihoods. So these are the numbers, So what policies could we create to make your environment better?
These are policies such as, like, if you come here, maybe reduce taxes and licenses, and
work environment to be friendly.
Exactly.
Work hours, and instead of working from 6 to as late as midnight, and you end up with the same pay for just you're supposed to work 8 hours, but it's still the same pay, and you've worked all the way until midnight.
So you don't get paid per hour here.
There was a time that used to happen.
Yeah.
But somehow along the way, things just changed. We used to go on set, like the days when Makutano Junction came over, the guy was David Campbell. I call him Sir. He's now Sir David Campbell. Actually, he came with the payment structure of, I'm paying you guys as per hour. As you turn up on my set,
you get paid.
You get paid. For the work you have done, you get paid for it. Whether you're in the episode or not, as long as the director has called you, summoned you to come over, you get paid for that. But by the time we're getting to season 3, that changed. It became now payment per episode.
And how many times you've appeared?
Yes, not the number of times you've appeared on set, just per episode. So if the episode is going to be shot for 4 days, 3 days, you're just paying you per episode.
That's fucked up.
Now that has changed to a point now, guys are being paid per month. Like some of the shows you're seeing, the local shows you're seeing out here, most guys are being paid per month. And in a month, you can shoot, like, depending with how fast the crew is, guys can shoot like 26 episodes.
I think one thing that surprised me was when I was invited to the set of Gigi by George. George Moore. We'll put. You've already put up George Moore. Put him up again. Like, I want you to put him up over here. And then put him up over here. I love with the pictures swap. So we went to see him filming. And what people don't understand is the amount of times you have to shoot a scene just to capture 10 seconds
Yes.
in a film from different angles. You'll spend half a day.
Yes.
So there was a scene that maybe took 1 minute worth of conversation or less. And they started. So George and a lady actor, George and the lady were going back and forth. The cameras were veered up at the back. Cut. Let's try it one more time. Cut. Change. So same thing, but the camera's now on the side.
Yeah, different perspective.
Yeah, different on the side. Cut, different side.
Yeah.
Cut, POV, yeah? George.
Yeah, George.
Cut, POV,
the lady character.
you guy. I'm like, just for 10 seconds. And you're pressed because they've ordered like 35 episodes that need to go up by a certain date.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if that impacts the quality of the shows that we have. Because
Definitely it impacts on the quality. First and foremost, it impacts on like the picture-wise. You might find the crew, we are good with the picture and all that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the other departments will not be ready with what you guys are doing. We're probably not ready with some art pieces. We're not ready with at some departments like wardrobe, stuff like that. Small elements here and there. And also, you as an actor being on set and repeating the same thing over and over, you tend to change your way of delivery or how you act, how you perform. Because every time the camera changes the perspective, without being explained, if someone doesn't explain to you why we are changing the perspective, you start to feel like probably it's my acting.
Yeah.
So now at this particular point, I might need to change my intonation. At this particular point, I might need to change my body language. So by the time you have all these takes, when you go to the edit, you only use one take.
You spend the entire...
Yes, you don't use one take. You cannot use all the 10 takes you took on that particular line. You'll only use one. So, but you've spent so much time just acquiring that. See?
So maybe I want to also circle back to how we met and give people a bit of context. Now, this was 2023 or 2024?
2023.
It's been 2023?
Yes. It was 2023 at the end of the year, around June, July.
Bro,
it was around August.
We've been trying for long. So I met with George Moore. He came on the podcast and we had a one-on-one session and we really vibed well. And I told him, look, I'm very interested in pursuing acting, film.
Filmmaking.
It's been a passion for me from a very young age, but I'm in the corporate rat race and I need to get out of it. What can we do together? So George is like, you come up with an idea. I'll see what I can do. I'll put someone who I know who's a very good script writer to flesh it out. Now, I was thinking about it, spent maybe 6 months to 8 months trying to flesh out these characters.
Alone that time.
Yeah, alone, trying to come up with a concept. No one knew I was working on this. Like, my former boss, when I told him after he left, he was like, I'm surprised you had this in you. And he's like, I think you should pursue it. But anyway, back to the story. Now, I called George one day. I'm like, see, we meet up for lunch. I've got an idea. He's like, Sawa. We show up and I pitched to him this movie. And he's like, wait, chill. There's a guy called Morrison we need to meet. And then the first time we met, all three of us, was at Connect Coffee.
Yes.
Which is the sponsor of this show. Put up Connect Coffee. You see,
the sit-ups.
now I'm learning how to plug in sponsors. Even though none of them pay us. It's all free. It's all out of my pocket.
We actually had several meetings have been done.
Several meetings.
Several meetings for a whole year. In a month we used to meet like twice or thrice.
To flesh out
what we're looking for. What is this we are?
Yeah. And I
want.
think, what do you think? Should we tell the audience what it was? And then we develop the story over there.
Yes, no problem.
Because ultimately, in the end of it, what we need is your help in trying to get these visions made. Because we've tried legitimately to go to international sources. People have put their best foot forwards. Eventually, it's just a matter of time, but we want to run it by you guys. So the first concept we came about was called Runguu.
Yeah.
Runguu. So Runguu is loosely based on someone that I know within our community. Actually, I'll even go deeper. One of my uncles who passed away was known as Runguu too, because he used to go and chop up people and he was a former cop.
Mm-hmm.
And so we said, okay, why don't we base a story on two cops, right?
The good and the bad.
The good and the bad.
Uh-huh.
So the good is this Mwindi cop who's based in Meru town, which is where our family hails from, right? There are a lot of Windis over there who speak Kimeru.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the Runguu character. The Runguu 2 character is what we wanted George Moore to play.
Yes.
And this is a character that has gone through severe loss and trauma, okay? And he's a no-nonsense cop. He's as corrupt as they can be, but he's effective. He's that tool you pull out at the last moment to get shit done. And his code name was Runguu because they chopper him. You know what I mean? So he choppers people. Now, the way we place these two characters is there's this young character, and me, I wanted to play that character. It was going to be the Mwindi kid.
Yes.
So that meant I'd had to lose a lot of weight because at the start there'll be a shirtless scene, fanya boxing.
Na mpaka saizi, you have not lost that weight.
See, we haven't got funding.
You don't wait for the funds. the concept is there. The concept is there. The concept is there. The concept can be...
True. So I think it's anyway. That's a whole different topic. But look. You guys have been pushed me. You've consistently asked me. With Eric, we've been trying to do a fat loss thing. That's a side topic, but we've continued on that journey. It's gone. Trust me. By the time April figures around, we've got a deadline to hit. Now the story
is coming April.
Next April, yeah.
Okay.
But now the story is centered around child smuggling, which is a rampant issue that we found takes place in East Africa.
Yeah.
And Mwadulo, you can feel free to chime in at any time.
Yeah, definitely that time it'll go about more basically about the organ selling and
correct.
There's also the story of this guy, we were Malindi, this guy Mackenzie. Yeah. So during the height of those moments, and we're looking at the story will work well if we tied to that.
We tied to that. Yeah. And what we realized is there's a lot of Kenya has become the hub. It's become the gateway for a lot of positive and negative things. Blood diamonds,
negative,
child smuggling, everything veers off through Kenya. So we tried to look at drugs and child smuggling from that angle. Now, this young rookie Mwindi cop, he is very much the African personality. And we wanted to showcase that just because someone is Mwindi, just because someone is African, we place them in the scenarios that people don't understand. And we wanted to develop those parameters as the movie went on.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to this young guy. He solved a big case in a child smuggling ring, and he's told, look, there's a major case going down in Nairobi that ties to whatever you've solved over here.
About this, yeah.
We think you should move to Nairobi.
Yes, and be part of the
major case and help them try and solve. Your expertise in this, being the forefront of the case bearer here, will make a difference.
Yeah. And being the fact that you told the line, you keep to the system, you're principled.
Yes, you're principled. Maybe we need fresh blood.
Yes, there's a way you handle the case. So we want your way. You want your expertise, as you said. Yeah.
So now this guy has a young family and a young daughter. So at the start of the movie, we had this scene where he's getting promoted, and then it switches to dual screen where both of them wake up. So George Moore's character and my proverbial in shape 6-pack wielding Chuti cop. So, and it shows a different lifestyle. George has woken up we were playing with different scenarios. Maybe his character's woken up in a bed of prostitutes. He's hungover as shit. This other guy gets up, he prays.
Yeah.
He kisses his wife, spends time with his young daughter.
All and the family virtues, working out.
And then starts working out. This guy is just struggling to get out of bed. He uses this guy uses mouthwash, this guy uses vodka to swiggle his mouth, and then they're having breakfast with the family on this side. This guy is harassing some guy on the street to give him food for free and stuff. And then eventually what happens is the characters sort of clash at traffic where this guy's like, "We're Mwindi songa taka taka." It's still dual screen, but then it's both the characters. And it ends with these two screens and these two characters walking and then ending at an office responding to the commissioner. So that's how these characters are introduced. Is from start, they're just opposing each other at every single level. They don't believe in the same things. They operate completely different. But what we wanted to do was, and this is now the second part of the equation we were guided to, is to make it into a series. Because, Sasa, who's calling me? Okay.
But before even going to the series point, it was
Yes.
what we wanted to do was actually try to break the stereotype of Amwindi cannot talk our local languages.
Yes,
Amwindi
correct.
cannot walk in the streets of Nairobi, like he cannot go to River Road without being
correct.
You know, the racist.
Because the way you exactly.
Yeah.
And we wanted to play on those cultural touch points.
Yeah.
So, for example, and they're very real issues that are very prevalent in our society as well. So, George, being a very senior cop in this show, was still living in a place like River Road or Babadogo. But this Mwindi cop was staying in a place like Parklands or Brookside.
Yeah, the disparity
The disparity, yeah. You see the disparity. So there were certain privileges that were given. And obviously there's jealousy over there. But there were also stuff, we wanted to shoot scenes where there's an interrogation scene. And the guys are speaking Kikuyu. And this Mwindi knows how to speak Kikuyu. And he's able to listen in on the conversation. So stuff like that. We really wanted to play it. Now, the problem with the movie is you have 1.5 hours to tell this story. But you need star power to sell it because at the end of it, it's a business. We need to get people in the theaters, which is a very difficult thing, especially when you're showing a chuti with a very nice haircut from
You need to make returns.
Mandela Barbary, sponsor.
That's one of the hardest parts of movie making, Manze.
Correct. Now, what we decided was, why don't we go and shape it into a series? Because in a series, you can have characters or actors that you don't identify with, but then you build them up over 5 episodes. And we were going to use these 5 episodes to basically start these characters at polar opposites and then have touch points that go across each other. So, for example, George Moore would come home in one scene where the characters have gotten close to eat family, first time eating biryani. And then he sees this Mwindi character's daughter. And it's a soft moment for him because he personally lost his daughter to a child smuggling ring. And that's why he's so tormented. And he sees this family. There's an interrogation scene. Like we wanted to do something very different in the sense that...
Which would have been beautiful if we had got the chance to do so, you know.
But no, we're not giving up.
I'm not.
They're going to help us.
I'm not giving up because when every time you sit down and read Runguu 2 and you look at all these things issues we want to talk about, you keep telling yourselves, at the end of the day, we are one, right?
Yes.
But we put elements that make us different here and there. Now, this is what we are trying to change.
Correct.
We're trying to get guys to understand that I am going through the same economy as you are going through.
Yes. And
I'm going through the same politics as you.
But why are we living different stances? Why are you getting certain privileges that I don't?
True.
In fact, on that point, I think there's one scene we had where towards the end they've solved cases together, they've learned to work together, and the guy's like, let's go to my local, we have a drink.
Yeah, we have a drink.
And this guy is sort of, when he steps into the local, is this Mwindi guy. And it's just surrounded by like crook looking guys. And everyone knows this guy is in the wrong place of the hood. So they start picking a fight with him while George is out. Basically, he's gone to the washroom, right? And so the scene is this guy is defending himself. Then George comes and they start fighting off these bad guys. Then cops come in. So all cops in blue. And they shika these guys. And they're like, who started this fight? And then they point at the 2 main actors. And then there we have like a Bollywood dance type scene that comes up. So the 2 main characters start dancing. They're saying, like, no. You know, we were showing everyone how to do a skit. So imagine that, a Kenyan play that goes into a Bollywood dance style. Now, Kanjos and uniformed officers, like 20 people, all dancing Indian style choreography. That would have been so nice.
It would have been so nice because that's the unique moments you normally have in a film set. Like, did you watch Sinners where they had that moment pale kwa Sinners?
Yes, where they're dancing in the circle.
They're dancing, and you saw how they played out the music.
Yeah.
Those are the moments that make a movie unique. You're like, oh wow, these guys actually are not just doing a movie just to please us and our cultures and our ways of living.
Yes.
They're giving us very beautiful imaginary shots.
Yeah. And then if people have ever wondered what Diwali looks like or what's inside of a mosque looks like, there's scene during the investigation, during Diwali, that you get a look at how these people live, but they're still working, and how the cops here in Kenya generally investigate cases. and it's not as you see in the NYPD type files. It's very
totally different.
It's very scorched earth method, very rough.
Very brute.
So it's having these two methodologies work together towards the end, and we don't spoil the ending, but these two characters go on a trajectory over 5 to 6 episodes, and it was meant to be like one and done series. But then there was a potential of then putting these two characters now in different scenarios, taking them to South Africa, taking them to Tanzania.
And as a series, it will have gone far, As a series, it can really go far. Different locations, different cases, not just smuggling of kids every now and then. We have different cases. But at the end of the day, we are dealing with stereotyping here, breaking these myths about different cultures.
Correct.
That was the main agenda of the show.
Like, if you think about the mix and the influences we had, and there were some movies we referenced.
Yeah.
There was Street Kings. I highly urge you to watch that so you understand. Street Kings is a bit dark, the one with Keanu Reeves and Chris Evans. That was a bit dark, but same tonality. That's sort of how we wanted to film. We wanted to do a very wide angle, some action shots, but the traditional wide angle where you let the action play in.
The all-in-one types of scenes where you start the action and go all the way until the end without moving the camera and looking for different perspectives.
Coen Brothers, something of that sort.
Imagine we went way ahead of ourselves because we're not even finished scripting, but here we are thinking about shots.
Yeah, man, and we played it out, we visualized it.
But now, it is what it is.
Now, to give you guys a different journey into what happened, so we put together material. We went through different parties, and shout out Koth from Black Sand Pictures. She really pitched for us.
Yeah,
she went the distance, man. She took us to Saudi Arabia. She took us to not us personally, but the project, the Red Sea Film Fund, and there were a lot of places it was pitched. But in fact, one response we got, I think it was from Netflix or someone similar. I think it was from Netflix that said they wanted to adapt the show to either Nigeria or...
Yes. It was Netflix that talked about putting more emphasis on also in South African shows rather than doing it in Kenya.
And we were like, fuck off. No, we're not going to let our show go. We'd rather just hold on to it and not make it because we don't want to convert it to South Africa. Yeah. We want to be part of it. We want to star in it. We want to be in the process. And we want to create this and not let go of our baby. And then someone came to us and said, look, okay, park the series. Why don't we try a film as well? And if you wanted to do a film concept, what would that look like? Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The second conversation.
Then we changed it to Kamata.
Then we changed it to Kamata.
Kamata instead of Runguu.
Yes. Now, Kamata, again, is based on a few movies that we watched, and it was supposed to be slightly more comedic. Same two main characters.
But now edging more on the genre of humor.
Genre of humor. Yeah, genre
comedy,
of humor.
Yeah,
correct.
Drama.
And this was meant to be a chase film. A chase film that would highlight Kenya's vast geographic landscapes. Now, the story starts off as like a bounty chase, a bounty hunter. There's a bounty hunter who's basically out on his wits. He's desperate for jobs. And he comes across a big ticket case that is his retirement plan. And this big ticket case is played by George Moore's character, who's an IT manager for...
casino? Is it a casino?
No, it was for a politician that owned a casino.
Who owned a casino, yes.
And the politician we placed her as a Somali lady.
Yeah.
Now, this particular IT manager realized that he's working for a criminal organization. And that's used to sell drugs and siphon money and basically do everything to betting companies. So what he did was, as a fuck you to the system, he stole that money, put it in a crypto ledger, sent half of it to Palestine.
For charity.
For charity.
Yeah.
Now, the Palestinian aspect, we were told...
We cannot...
we have to be very careful, which was very surprising for us. But anyway, we still left it in. Now, this guy is told, look... The one with the character who's the bounty hunter is told, we need to get this guy before Friday, or the bail we posted for him will go null and void. And the bail bondsman said, I didn't know who he was at the time. I didn't realize he was a criminal. But guys, run away, man. And I put up quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
So if you get him, I'll give you half the money. The guy's like, if I get half the money, man, I can save my house. My dad's house, my family. Yeah. Like he basically... He had his personal
problems.
He had personal problems. Yeah. His house he was getting evicted. He had an old mother. We were still playing around with that tonality. But
putting pressure on him as personal conflicts that he need to resolve immediately.
Yes, correct. And what is made apparent quite quickly is that he's actually really good at tracking people down. And what you find is that he actually used to be a former cop who was let go because of apparently a certain crime he committed. So we hide that. We hide that fact at the very start. We don't tell you what it is, right?
I was about to say it.
So essentially, he tracks down George's character from Nairobi. He finds him in a small town.
Somewhere Isiolo.
Isiolo
Samburu.
Actually, what we said was, I think it was first Nairobi. We go to Meru.
Yeah.
So he tracks him in Meru. Now he captures him. There's a bit of a comedic moment as to how he captures him. And then when he captures him, what he realizes is he's also being tracked by police. Police have been following him, the bounty hunter, for some reason. And also there's some gangsters
who have been assigned by the politician.
And we don't know at the time, but by the politician. So there are 3 different people after this bounty guy. So he captures him, and in a bid to escape, they end up on an airfield where they take a plane to run away from these guys. And they crash land somewhere now.
Uko Samburu.
Samburu,
yeah.
And then from there, basically, they get there, they find they've been captured by terrorists who are hunting rhinos, and they're imprisoned, and they're like, look, let us go. We have nothing to do with this. We're not cops. And then they end up escaping over there, and then they land and they get arrested by the political guys.
The political team, the goons that were sent over.
Yeah.
The henchmen that were sent over at somewhere in Meru. We have to avoid that.
Correct.
So go all the way to Mombasa. We find ourselves in Mombasa, Malindi.
Hey. So
we couldn't take the track or to just get to Meru and come back. Now we have to find a way to circumnavigate.
Yes.
How to avoid these dragnets that have been set along the way.
Correct. And what we wanted to emphasize was, so these 2 characters don't like each other at the very start.
Yes.
Because one's trying to escape and one's trying to catch him. And one's all about the money and one's all about giving the money away. But as they get chased by these different peoples, their bond gets closer.
Yeah.
But they still don't trust each other. So we wanted to showcase Nairobi as well. I mean, if you guys remember, there's a certain mountain. What was the mountain called? Soit Olol or something.
Yes, Olo.
We'll place that mountain here. The vision was these guys crash land over there. There's no one coming to rescue them. They have to get back to Nairobi by Friday. So they're walking both along that road, arguing with each other, and they're both the guy's handcuffed George Moore's character to him, so he doesn't escape. And then there's another scene where in the last towards the end, they end up in Mombasa somehow.
Even before ending up in Mombasa, there's a scene where these guys hitchhike a Mira vehicle along the way.
Correct.
Now we see the dramas of the Mira vehicle as they're being transported.
So they end up they take 1 step forward and 2 steps back, and it just gets worse for them. As it gets worse for them, their bonds tighten up. Eventually, towards the end, what happens is, maybe I can just reveal the story. So the guy who's hunting George Moore's character says, why did you steal money from this politician? And he reveals that, she was doing drug stuff, she was doing this. This politician.
Yeah, the
behavior. So the bondsman says, yes, I know, she was my ex-wife.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck? Yeah. So you know how she was. And weren't you that guy who was fired, that case that was put against you? When the guy reveals, yes, I found out she was corrupt.
Yeah.
And she basically told me either to leave or I get killed. And so I said, okay, fine. This bitch will walk all over me. I stepped away. It was not worth the effort. Then he's like, what the hell did you do? So then in Mombasa, there's a bar fight that takes place between them, which is the same scene we had from Runguu.
Yeah, from Runguu. Yeah.
And in fact, I had a scene from Kibe over there. And you guys can picture this. So Kibe is at the bar sitting and having a drink. It's a still camera. And things are flying at the back. Behind him, guys are chopping each other. And this guy is like, where? Let another. And he's just drinking over there. Meanwhile, guys are chopping each other. But the ending is, we don't reveal too much, but that was a film that we wanted to pitch.
We're still pitching,
guys.
We're still looking for venture capitalists to come on board. We're still looking for sponsors for this thing,
Yeah. What would you rather do first if it was up to you? Would you do Kamata, the chase film, or would you do Runguu, the series?
Now you see, now it depends with the market out here. What's the ready market? How are we gonna get the monies back? Whatever monies we get, how are we gonna return these monies? Because what I know about TV series, it's easier to return whatever you've been given in good time to recoup.
But Sasa Morrison, let's say if we go and we decide to make a series, right?
Mhm.
With the vision we have, with the way we want to shoot, the high quality, wide angle, IMAX type,
Mhm.
Something you'd
Yeah,
be proud to see.
It
Like
means
like the cameras you're saying, sijui mana record 8K, sijui nini.
it means it's just up to you to create your style and come up with it. It means now, if you're gonna do it that way, it means probably you're going for a licensed type of an outlet. I'm gonna shoot it with my money or with whatever partners I have. Then I'll license you as whatever platform you want to take it in. You pay me whatever you can, and you run it for like 1 year, 2 years. Give it back to us. We sell it somewhere else. It just depends with the how you gonna sell it.
But we got so close. We got so close to getting the funding,
Yeah,
or
the
at
funding.
least just pitching a pre-alpha footage and doing tests.
No, because actually, when it comes to a show, a concept like Runguu or Kamata, if you're gonna do it like a TV series, which for a TV series, let me refer to it as Runguu. You've popped it, the yogurt and biscuit.
Okay. Na memaliza.
Ashaimaliza.
Amemaliza. Hata umemaliza biscuit.
Ilikuwa na biscuit.
It's the flavor of biscuit.
By the way,
It's good, right?
Dayo jaribu.
I think able nione.
Is a spoon of
Either kama sticks. Then it's lemon biscuit. Bring. We are tasting. It's not a serving spoon.
This is not
it
reference
will
of
still
size,
work.
guys.
These are so big.
Whose is bigger, mine or yours?
Oh, nice.
Not bad, eh?
bad,
Delamere
nice.
is surprised. By the way, a request to Kenyan yogurt companies, why don't you guys make sugar-free stuff? Like protein stuff. In fact, Brookside Milk, whoever's in charge of if you know someone who's watching, please show them this clip. Why don't you make whey protein? Whey protein is as a result of all the waste from milk. It's easy. You guys have the bank. I mean, we all know who bankrolls you. What's stopping them from putting up a whey protein plant and serving East Africa? That's a new business venture, and then you can sponsor. Sponsor CoffeePump. But Brookside, come on, guys. Whoever's out there, let's get a whey protein plant in place. And then the thing is, like drinks as well, foods, nutrition labels. We're starting to get there. A lot of companies have wrong nutrition labels.
We could do product placements.
That's
on
why
our
I'm
shows.
not losing weight, bro.
Seriously.
Sindio, wananiambia low sugar lakini kuna sugar wamejaza. Si fault yangu.
Pole, bro.
Sorry, so
Stick to water.
So you were saying, Kaka, that
I was saying like, now it depends with how you want to do this. Look at it as a TV series and see how much you're gonna get out of it, from pre-sales to licensing it
so
to
TV sales, you would have to go through Netflix, or
Netflix or Showmax, which is now Canal Plus. Now, unfortunately, things have changed. Now that it's Canal Plus, they have their own different measures of
Canal Plus nini?
It's Canal Plus, the channel that they merged. Is it a merger they did with the Mnet, or was it a takeover?
So akina Abel Mutua,
Mhm.
I think what they did was pretty smart. Is they own all the projects and then they sell
Yes.
you rights to go and view on their website.
Yes.
So would we have to partner with an Abel Mutua type guy?
Or you can start your own app and do the same.
That's expensive, bro.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
So there's either that, or you can decide, let me test the waters. Do a feature film, 90 minutes. Don't put so much money into it. Then create a nice structure of how you're going to market it, how you're going to send it out to festivals. We look at how you're going to sell it even before we start shooting it. Look for co-producers, collaborate with individuals just to bring the budget chini kiasi.
So is it true that process, even once you shoot the movie, before you find someone to send it out to retail theaters, distributors,
Yeah.
it's a long process.
It's a long process. Because you see the way we've been talking about, we met like 2 years back.
Yeah.
2 years back, we should have started even doing looking for someone, a sales agent, someone to distribute this particular show, which tunazasema we got Kauthar at some point, yeah? So we get more to see who can help us get this vision pitch, yeah. Not to just pitch, even actually, if you actualize it ourselves and shoot it, we need to have someone out there to help us sell it out to the international market.
Well, budgeting wise, bro, we were looking at $1 to $1.5 to $2 million, right?
Yes. Now, that's the other thing I was talking about. Find also to bring down this budget by either getting co-financers, co-producers,
So from these cameras,
collaborators.
na record na iPhone 12 Pro. Dual
Yeah.
SIM, eh?
Yeah, unaweza get Samsung ama you can get one of these guys and give me your most latest phone, we'll see how we can shoot.
See director. By the way, have you, if you,
Eh?
Kim, you know me, I love Kim. Kim is like my young bro.
Okay.
But do you have directors like Kim who lose footage in audio?
We also lose footage in audio even at this day and age.
What?
Yeah, sometimes it happens. Like, you're like, oh my God.
And then you have to reshoot.
You have to reshoot the scene. I was on a set where I had a similar scare, but it always happens.
It's the same WhatsApp group, eh?
Yeah.
I was on a set where I had a similar scare, but the good thing, the guy uses a mixer that can have backup. He does backup. So eventually, as we are running around thinking we need to reshoot the whole day's job, he comes up with a surprise like, hey guys, you're just lucky. I had backup. My mixer has backup.
Really?
And
So he captured it, so you guys were okay.
Yeah, so we were okay. We did not need to redo the whole call sheet of the day. It happens. You can even lose footage. Sometimes you lose footage and you go back on that set and you have to redo the whole job.
But he's become very good. I don't think we've lost any footage. Ebu wapi wood? Kuna wood hapo?
Kuchapa mtu.
Touch wood, bro. You'll be okay. I think now the way he's set up, we've got backups upon backups. Hey, but Kim has given me character development. How's audio looking, Kim? No, Morrison has said some very important things and he's a very busy man.
Yeah.
So, bro, what's our next steps? Okay, we've pitched this idea. Ideally, maybe to the audience, if you do know anyone who'd be interested in supporting us, seeing this vision come to life, I'll leave mine and Morrison's email in the description. We'll include George and Vincent as well. Guys, reach out to us. But the
easiest way is just normally find a way to convince someone that whatever amount of money you're going to put in this particular project, we are looking probably at, this is the budget, 20 million, for example, 20 million Kenyan shillings. This is the budget we want to work with. So in this particular budget, we give incentives even to the guys who are going to come over, that if you put in your money, probably it's 5M or whatever amount, your returns are going to be not more than 22% of what you have given, like sign up papers and agree to that.
But bro,
and give a timeline.
With the vision that we have for both Kamata and Runguu, realistically, if we don't get international funding and we seek to get funding from
Locally.
Sonko, Sonko has a lot of...
Sonko is kata.
Yeah, but then you don't want to owe Sonko. Ati Sonko gives us 50 million and then
I love what
opening night we've only sold 100 tickets.
You'll have to do
the ones
better.
we've given.
You'll have to do better. Money from some guys, you'll have to do better when it comes to selling those tickets. And you see at the end of the day, also theatrical turnout huko, it means it won't give you back the money. You'll not have like the actual amount you are given. You might just get probably 25%.
So Akina Abel and them, on the business case, or any of these guys who make movies, do they make their money with weekend shows? Because they really promote it, right? Or they don't?
I don't know about Akina Abel, but what I know for sure,
yeah,
I'm yet to see someone who has done a movie in Kenya, taken it to the cinema halls and made his money immediately after the premium, after a couple of runs.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't happen like that. What I know, mostly it will take 2 to 3 years sometimes, because once you've taken it to the theatrical cinema halls up inje, the next thing is now to create a plan for your festivals, where you're going to take it for the festivals. The next thing is also take it for other platforms like the pay video on demand platforms out here. Put it out there. So it will take averagely 2 to 3 years even probably to return something like 20 million, even or less.
No, bro. We have to find another way.
Yeah, because truth be said, naza kuja hapa niketi hapa, I lie to you, I tell you like it's easy, bro. It's easy. You bring in your 5M, we go shoot something very nice, high quality. But after 6 months, you probably made back like 3M only. And we've run out of channels, and now where can we sell this product?
So we want to have a multiple tier option. I think what we should do is, because we want to shoot it in Kenya, our home is Kenya, we should do a soft launch here, right? And that's just for our immediate interest viewers, right? The guys who are very interested in the project.
Yeah.
You just do a weekend where we're showing it and we promote it locally. But then our main aim is to get it to all the film festivals.
Yes.
And then distribute that networks and then start pitching it internationally.
Get it to win hearts out there from distributors, some of the sales agents that are well known out there. needs to be your main aim, because those are the guys who are going to get your money back.
So I met with Farid as well. Farid is trying to sort us out. He's trying to link us up with some American potential investors who are very interested in telling stories that stem from Kenya.
Mhm.
And the thing is, by the way, Kenya is like a hotbed of different cultures.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. We're so blessed because if I look at my position, me myself, right? I've grown up in I have Indian culture in me, so I understand the Indian culture.
Mhm.
I've grown up as a Muslim, so I understand the Islamic Arab culture.
Mhm.
I've grown up in Catholic school, so I understand the Kenyan Catholic culture. But then in an African country, I understand the African roots and the traditions and the mannerisms.
Mhm.
So Kenya, and for most people, it's like that. But then the thing is, we need to showcase that to others,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I
Very
think
true.
we're
Very,
in
very true.
we're in a very privileged position. What if we go to a bank? and those
Which bank?
Jamibora. I'm a Jamibora closed.
Yeah. Which bank? Which bank is ready to put money in this film industry? You know, the problem is that
Banks don't finance films, yeah?
like even the government itself doesn't fund. Even KFCB has how many films have been funded by Kenya Film Commission Board or KFC?
Even them as well, they don't.
They don't. Like you see, actually, KFC. So when was it
And
established?
KFC
It was
stands for Kenya Film Commission.
It was established like around 2005,
Yeah.
2005 Apple.
Yeah.
And by the time they're creating good policies that they can work with, it was around 2015, around 2009, 2015 when they started to do some of the workshops out here, could push counties to have centers for filmmaking here and there.
We don't have that.
And up to date, you see their budget is so small to a point. They're not even strong enough to demand to change the local population from perceiving the filmmaking industry. Like when you make a show right now, I can make a film, but people will be like, you're near to Nairobi. And you've made a show that's cutting across like 3 counties, Upper, Murang'a, Nyeri. You're talking about their cultures and their hierarchies and how they behave as a Kikuyu culture. But they look at it like, you're in story out of Nairobi. So also the population, the goodwill from the locals is not that, they're not well that educated about
movie culture.
the movie
is
culture.
Not there. In India, though, it's the opposite, man. There's a movie called Sholay. I'm not sure if you've heard about it.
Mhm.
That thing has been playing since 1970 or 1980. It's the longest playing movie in theaters in the world.
Surely.
In Kenya, okay, naturally because there are 1 fucking billion people. So even if 1% of your population watches movie, unatengeneza pesa.
Yeah, but when you talk about things like India, South Africa, it's how they planned, how they decided how we're going to hit the market, how we're going to make people watch our content. So like we had policies of 40% local shows to run on our TV stations. Yeah. Is it happening? And that's like around 2015 when it was being stated. Baka saizi, we're still not getting it out there. We still, when it comes to 40%, then let's place documentaries, play some local music, play some like generally just talk shows. But when it comes to filmmaking, the drama itself, which employs a bigger percentage of the population, no. You get. They look at what can we do that is cheap. We can have, like, for example, this we are talking here. You have 2-3 crew members. That's enough. That is cheap. Let's do that. Then we'll get to the 40% just by talking about what's happening in the country, and that it's up the industry in so many ways. Because then ukiangalia pia when you come back to what I was talking about, like KFC starting up funding, giving grants to local filmmakers. It's not happening.
It's not.
And when they set it up,
so are they supposed to? Okay, so
yeah, because one of the main.
So they're supposed to support you with budgets.
They're supposed to support the local film industry.
Have they funded any films recently or projects?
I don't know which one. I think probably labda ni Google, but anything majorly huku nje
This is disgusting, by the way.
They've been doing it for like, with the sparkling water is not sparkling.
Voss. Afadhali, what's the local one called? Keringet. That's the one. So they've not.
Okay. Google. Let me just check out, because I know what for
Kenya Film Commission.
Yeah, because they're supposed to promote.
Which is the commission that takes from Kenya Film and the local film content creator.
KFCB. No. These are 2 different authorities, regulatory bodies, which means it's really confusing because unapata even like most of the filmmakers don't understand the difference between these two bodies. What is one supposed to do? KFCB is majorly supposed to be doing something like classification only. But what are they doing? They're doing a lot of censorship more than classification of the shows. And in their, they don't have the mandate to do that censoring thing. They're doing it anyway.
They're about to come for Sajid.
Yes, they're about to come for Sajid. We unaongea mbaya sana kwa podcast yako, you know.
So KFC Kenya, kuna chicken nuggets, kuna boxing.
Umeenda yes, just give it Kenya Film Commission.
Sorry, some of us are hungry. We've been dieting. Kenya Film. Maybe that's why, because KFC is more popular than KFC. Kenya Film Commission. So, we provide liaison services for government departments and private sector on matters relating to the promotion, marketing, and development of the industry.
Yeah.
Okay, let me open the website.
Website.
Have you ever had a meeting with any of them in the recent past?
No, not in the recent past. But I've been at their offices a couple of times.
Okay, maybe let's form. Do you need a license from them in order to make a project in Kenya?
Yes. You have to pay 15,000 for a feature film locally. If you're doing it locally, then you find yourself doing like 1,000 bob every day. You shoot, you pay 1,000 bob to the mass communication, Kenya Institute of Mass Communication. Pay another 1,000 bob every day for whatever you're shooting. And that's for us locals. But now when it comes to foreigners, the terms are different.
Okay, there's actually a page over here. Call for submissions, co-production funding.
Yeah.
Have an international co-production ready for action. Let's give it the fuel it needs. Are you a Kenyan producer who has already joined forces with an international partner? Do you have a co-production project poised for greatness but need that crucial financial nudge? The Kenya Film Commission, in collaboration with the Dutch something for international, is here to help you cross the finish line. So have you heard of anyone get funded, receive a financial boost to propel your production? A total of up to 1.7 million will be awarded to do selected film projects.
See, sometimes the amounts are so small that you ask yourself, should I?
1.7 million for a feature film.
Imagine 1.7 million for a feature film. So look at Kamata and look at the imagination we have for Kamata.
1 second, let me. Kwanza ni Mwaf. Niko kwa podcast. Siwacha nimalize nikupikie. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That was Mwaf.
So you see, sometimes we just applying.
1.7 million, hii credits na trailers.
The amount sometimes is so small that you ask yourself, should I apply for this? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't even. 1.7 Kenyan shillings.
Maybe let's put it into perspective, okay? Just so people have an understanding that it genuinely is a very low amount.
Yes, it's normal. So, most of them are very low.
Okay, let's say you have 2 actors. You're shooting a scene, all right? You have 2 actors. You have a director.
You have your crew.
Your crew.
A team of a minimum of 13 persons at the end of the day.
Yes.
Less than 13 is always just chaos and confusion.
So on average, if you're paying everyone 15,000 a day, is that on the low end or higher end?
That's I could say place it at 10,000 bob at the
so 10,000. So let's say you're 20 people.
Yeah.
So that's 200,000 bob. You're paying for them for one day.
Yeah.
You have gear as well that you're renting out.
Yes, you have transport, you have
vehicles, you have set locations that you're shooting at, you need to pay them. You have food and catering, wardrobe.
Is it 30K or 80K?
And Ari size is gonna 70s.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rate right now, but I know most of them are playing between 50 and 100K per day.
Bro, so you're telling me though?
So you can see.
So on a budget like that, see in our film we wanted to shoot sex scenes that we didn't want to put in the movie.
So that's the only thing you're gonna shoot. But utajipata in a whole movie you got only 3 scenes because you're imagining in a day alone. Sometimes just you'll find yourself you need like 200K just to run the day to shoot.
Yeah, Mwadulo was like, Sajid, why are there sex scenes in every chapter? Involving me.
And all about you, just your character.
We can shoot those. They don't even need to be in the film.
You can imagine also, the amount of money just sometimes being given by locally just to create a
That's
film.
not enough, bro.
It doesn't even allow you to prepare a show. For example, someone tells you, you're going to do 13 episodes or 26 episodes. We are going to give you this amount. Probably hata nasema 10 million for 26 episodes. You can manage probably with that 10 million depending with the content you're shooting at that time, but you still need to prepare. So some of these budgets come without the like pre-production budget. So they expect you, by the time we give you the money, you start shooting tomorrow or in 3 days' time. So in 3 days' time, your planning cannot be that perfect that you're going to manage this amount.
Hey, bro. So, okay.
So,
I'm thinking, inshallah, if we do get the funding, how intense is the schedule for shooting? Can I go to work in the morning? I'll have to quit afternoon.
Easy.
I have to quit work.
You have to. Yeah, I'm gonna take a leave, like for a month, because most films are always shot averagely with now the digital technology. It will take 30 days to shoot something nice, something of high quality, and something that you look at and you say you have a product. You know,
that would be a dream, bro. Just to star in something, shoot in something.
Yeah, because so now sometimes that's why I was saying the other day, I was talking about, you can decide to start with short films. Short films can take less time and you put the same amount of money and you'll have something of high quality, which you can be using now to show people like, this is actually what we did. This is the quality of work we're aiming if you're going to get funds for Kamata. And you can use it to convince other producers out there, come on board, be part of the team, come on board, put in your monies, you know.
And short films, we would have to finance ourselves, yeah?
Yes, and short films, you finance yourself. The good thing with short films is that they have various festivals that you can send them out and you win. You win a couple of dollars and there.
There's an excellent short film. It's called a Guide to Dining Out in Nairobi. Or
I remember the one.
Brilliant, guys.
Yes.
Check it out. Kim,
yes,
we can put that over here. A Guide to
Dining in Nairobi.
Brilliant. Whoever made that short film, like, hands down, it was beautifully told. And the thing is, it's so relatable to Kenyans.
Yes.
Fantastic. And it was done by a Mzungu guy, by the way.
And you can see it's just one main character doing all the
stuff,
going through that story until the end, and you're like, wow.
Beautifully told, man.
You know, so something like that. You do something like that, you spend your 1.7, bring in as much as you can, do it, then you can decide even to premiere it. You premiere to take it to the cinema halls.
Now he can shoot it with an FX3.
What's an FX3?
Sony.
It's a powerful camera.
It's a camera that is approved by Netflix.
FX3. Can you put that up over here?
And various international festivals also requirements in my FX3 kuendelea, you know.
Okay.
So at least you have something that you can give someone who go into foreign and look at it and say, wow, this is quality work.
So Morrison, how did you get into the film industry?
Well, me, I don't know where to start. Because actually
was it something you wanted as a kid?
As a kid, I just had a habit of taking still photos, and I used to pester my parents, buy me a camera. So after finishing high school, getting good grades, to silence me, my dad got me one of those, those small cameras that you just wind up with your fingers. You know, you don't use a battery. So, but me, I'm happy because at least I'm doing something with it.
Yeah.
So I'll frame anything and just take pictures here and there. So through that, I went to my parents, hizo miaka sinajua ilikuwa ile miaka ya you do what I say.
Yes.
So my father was an engineer at the days at Telcom huko. So now I wanted to go do electronics engineering.
Mzee alikuwa Telcom Kenya?
Alikuwa Telcom Kenya hiyo miaka.
Alikuwa anafanya nini?
He was a senior engineer fixing.
Okay, so for telecom lines and fiber lines, or
like I don't know this system what we'll call them these days, but actually find him on a huge electronic board in front of him, just fixing what's the problem, especially for broadcasting. Is the mast ones,
the satellite dishes.
Yes,
okay,
the dishes.
Oh, it's like a broadcasting.
You'll go set them out. Mara Sabit. Mara is in Bungoma doing that type. So eventually became a senior manager for Telcom. So he wanted me to
join that field.
Hey, I did electronics for 3 years first. I had a diploma, and then I was supposed to go do now like a degree. I was like, Tari Taraja. There was a book called Taraja, the size of as thick as that, which sometimes used Taraja. Sometimes used to hide it under your thighs when you're doing exams, just to copy some of those hard, complex theories. Hey, so you go katikati ya miguu hapo, you're like, the lecturer looks at you and he knows you're too high. bro, you're too high the way you're seated. What are you sitting on?
What are you doing?
You know, so eventually, I did not pursue now the degree part. I just went to KBC. First job was KBC.
What was your first job?
KBC, just now doing the electronics now with the higher diploma I had.
Okay.
Now fixing the mixers and your visual mixers Apple. Working out with the Metro thing was now trending. The Metro FM, Capital FM were coming out now. You want to, you remember Metro FM? The Lingalas, the reggae station, those days. So, you want to hang out with these DJs, these presenters. You're feeling, wow, this is what I want to be. I want to be part of them. But after 3 months of doing the job, you're like, oh, Jesus, the most boring job in the world. Wiping mixers and just waiting for them to chap to just blow a fuse, and then they brought to the workshop for you to fix. Slowly, while I was at KBC, the TV section, the studio. I started to sneak into the studio section because I was assigned on the radio side. So I started going to the TV station where I started to watch guys doing the shows, like Akina Vitimbi, Akina Vioja, Reflection,
Hey, were they doing on? It wasn't short.
They were being shot on set up kwa studios at KBC, So just getting to see all those elements.
Things. Yeah.
Just finding every day sticking around with them and you're not supposed to be there and feeling like, this is more energetic, man.
It seems more interesting.
This is more interesting. That's why I started to network with the writers, get to know some of the writers, tell them I used to write in high school. The same to narrative everyone uses. I used to act in high school. Give me a small thing, give me a small gig up. I can act this role. I can write these scenes. Pole too, there was a lady, Naomi Kamau, who's currently playing mother-in-law, Alison. She was the one she was the head writer that time up. She saw the interest and decided, okay, I'll give you a couple of scripts to write. That's where I started. Then from there now going to workshops. Hizo workshops bado zilikuwa za KFC. Writing workshops.
Yes.
KFC is doing a workshop at the Mass. Are you interested? Apply, go.
Ilikuwa free,
zilikuwa free, but sometimes ilikuwa natoka na kakitu. It was government funds at that time were funded by GTZ these days. So you live with like 2,000 bob, 3,000 bob. So you look for those workshops and seminars every now and then just to get that token. Eventually, Nikalanizo skills are writing. Now that's when more interest can build.
And so with writing, is there a particular thing that stood out to you that's different from traditional writing? Like if you write a insha or composition versus film writing.
Yes, definitely. It's quite different. It's totally different. And the most interesting part is how, because now you're writing in present tense, you're writing what's happening currently, your imagination is present. Just allowing your imagination to break holes, to break boundaries. I think that was the most interesting part. And now you have no one to tell you cannot talk about this.
Yes.
You cannot state this.
Yes.
There's no teacher to mark it.
There's freedom.
That was freedom.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Okay.
There's a lot of fun when it comes to writing. Sometimes you sit in the house, especially when I don't have gigs here and there. I spend most of my time writing.
Because even the turnaround time, I remember when we first met, our first initial meetings, you'd just come and you'd let me yap.
Yes,
and
sir.
record.
Yes.
And you just let me talk in this, and then you're like, okay. And then you'd go and you'd come up with something.
The good thing, the one thing you need to do when you're a writer, you need to listen a lot.
Yeah.
And it has affected me in life in so many ways.
Okay.
People say I'm antisocial. I sit with guys, I can be in a group of 8 to 20 guys, people are making fun. I tend to be silent. I just listen and observe. So guys will be poking me, hey, so you say something, hey, are you fine? Hey, are you taking this? Are you having this? But I'm used to it. Let me listen. Let me look at this character, how he behaves after a couple of drinks. Is it a character that you can employ in a script? How he walks, You
start looking at the world as a playground of characters that you can pick out from.
That's it. Sometimes even when you go for Christmas, when a chat starts or people start talking, you can throw in a question or two, or you can paraphrase what they have said just to see how they're going to react. But now, after a while, it's like relatives have realized that I do that a lot. So they always go, I know why you're asking that question. You want to write a story about us now. You want to write something about us. We are not giving you information.
So let me ask you, before we continue on your journey, when you first met me, or when George told you there's a guy who works in IT, he has a podcast and he wants to do a film. Was your opinion different like before and after when we met?
It was quite different. In fact, the first time you invited me, I was Sasa what conversation are we going to have with this IT guy? What stories is he going to give me? But I was expecting you to talk more about your IT related background and stuff like that. Like that's what you want to see employed on the whole concept. But I was surprised you had a story, you had built a story. I could tell where it can be developed, I could tell where it can start and where it could end. And you had it in a chronological order. Now, that's where my fight was more with you. Now, I was like, bro, unaandika story from mali tulizaliwa mpaka mali tutakufa. No, it's not supposed to be like that. We need to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We're at a certain climax and we can go back to where
we went.
To where we want, Yeah. So at first, it took a while. Na kusikizanga tu najiambia, okay, sawa.
But then, surprisingly, as we started fleshing things out, it was me and Morrison spending most of the time together.
Together, yes, eventually.
Everyone else was on the sideline. For us, we started opposite ends and we just started spending and then bouncing ideas off of each other.
And we did a good job at the end of the day.
But one thing I'll credit is your efficiency at just putting things down. Like you're very quick with it. So I appreciate you for doing that.
Yeah, I enjoy.
And by the way, no money involved, no nothing. This is just something we're passionate about. Morrison went and just said, "Sir, give me the weekend.
Give me the weekend. I'll flesh out something."
And you're night owls, isn't you?
Yeah, that's what I am. That's what I love.
Yeah, because in the morning I'd see your message. I've got something.
At 3, I'm at 2 up on the And most of us are like that when industry to your cinema. We prefer doing most of the work at night.
When it's quiet and you can think.
It's quiet. And also even when shooting, you prefer to have more night scenes than day scenes. Why? You're not fighting the elements of clouds, the elements of it. It's
even
too
population
sunny,
and this and that. Like
it's so noisy. There's you're having your environment as you wish.
We shoot our entire next movie at night.
Yeah. That will be the most beautiful thing to. And then also our cameras work well. I mean, I don't know why, but night scenes, when you do shoot night scenes, when you eventually come to edit them and then you look at the lighting, how you've done it, you can control the lights. It's not like during the daylight when you have sun everywhere and the exposure is too much, or you're having scenes where you feel like this contrast is too high and it's not the camera, so we have to wait for the chill. Let's wait for the sun to dip for a moment.
There's a movie of Tom Hardy.
Yeah, we have NDs. Yes, NDs are the filter to tone down.
Yeah, but that doesn't look nice, man.
But sometimes when you get to edit,
you can tell it's the day, right?
You can. For me, I always feel like there's something the skin tone is not working, or I feel this close up I shouldn't have played it at this point, So sometimes you find, like of late, I find myself when I'm directing, I always prefer the moment it hits midday, guys, can we just break? Let's wait until around 2. Yeah. Then we continue shooting. Because at that point, the sun is not that harsh, But when the sun is right here,
it gongas you. So, there's a movie I was saying for Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, which one?
Where the entire movie is just him in the car talking on the phone.
Tom Hardy, which one? While he's driving.
He's
driving and then, what was the name of the movie?
Jamie, pull that up. The narrative plays where he's a medium and he's basically having conversations with different characters that help shape the story.
Yeah.
So it starts with a phone call conversation, and then it goes, and then it goes, and then it goes, and it goes. And it's just him talking to different characters in the car. It was beautiful.
I need to watch it again. Yeah, I've watched it. I need to watch it again.
So that's circling back to you. So you started writing, you started getting your feet wet. Mm-hmm. When was your first formal job in the industry?
Around 2008, when I got a gig at Makutano Junction.
You were in Makutano Junction?
I was in Makutano Junction. That's how old I am. Yeah. That's how old I am, imagine.
Yeah.
Makutano Junction, around 2008, season 2 of Makutano Junction. I was just there as an extra. Just going there as an extra.
How much was the salary then?
At that time, as an extra, we were being paid 500 shillings. Uko ndani kwa Limuru.
500 shillings an hour?
No. That time was just 500 shillings, turning up as an extra for the day. And up to date, sikufichi.
Hii yogurt yako, 250. Prime umechukua 300. Sasa, and then fuel for home. Alafu dinner. Na hii ni podcast.
Imagine that those days unapata 500 bob, umekuja extra, you turn up as early as 5 at the gates. You're not so sure if you're gonna end up being picked. Ulikuwa kaja matua mjengo. Hujui kama utapata your job.
You're not sure whether you just show up.
You just show up. So now it's up to the AD and how close you are to the third ADs who have come in to pick up characters at the gate, waiting to play those extra roles za kutembea kwa street. And guy goes like, you were here yesterday, man. Give others an opportunity. So you leave. You come another day. So how you'll make friends with those guys, that's what mattered. So after a while, even Nani, our dear friend Tahidi Babu, what do we call him? Omosh. We used to go there with Omosh, stay at the gate for a while. Then you're told today, no. And you've walked all the way, sometimes you've walked all the way from the, like 12.
How old were you, bro, at that time?
That time was average, 24, 25.
You're 25 right now, yeah? Look at the lifestyle.
The difference, eh?
Kwanza Kim, maybe come here, let's show your haircut again. He's a handsome boy, but yani, guys, comment below. Shouldn't he cut his hair? Kim, can you put a picture of you, of your old haircut?
Okay.
I think it looks better.
They have to.
Yeah.
The reason I was going about this, I want the either hair to grow.
Okay.
Then after it grows, now I'm going back to my afro.
Sasa unakaa kama...
I know.
I'm not even going to say. You know who.
I know.
So 2000... Hey, bro.
In 2008. So eventually unapata, when I got a character, no, Silianza, this was a streets, just working as extras, walking up and down.
And then eventually
I got a small character, like just appear in one episode and leave. Now that's why I learned the fact that guys are being paid per hour. So just doing that scene, I did for like 2 hours. I was given 12K. And I'm like, wait.
2008, 12.
Hey, I'm like, wait, this pays my rent and hey, you know.
This is Makutano Junction.
Yeah, that was Makutano Junction. When it was Makutano Junction for me, I always say that beautiful show. Guys, foreigners come in to direct us and to teach us how to film make, you know. It was more like a mentor kind of a mentorship program, where by the time we leave, we as foreign directors or foreign lighting guys, we at least leave a local team that knows what's to be done.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, while doing that, from that character was given, from how I played it, the director of the day was like, no. Tomorrow, please come again. I need you to continue with this role for a couple of episodes. Writers, please sit down, insert this guy.
So the writer wrote you in for one scene.
Yes, for one
but then
scene.
you did such a good job.
Yes.
That
I
they were
was
like,
given now extra episodes.
Who won a formal training?
Sikuwa na formal training. You're acting.
Yeah.
Just the theater. Just basically theater plays. So now here and there doing a couple of plays here and there at the National Theatre at Alliance Français, you know, going for set books, huku ndani. Just that.
Hey, bro.
So when I was given that role, my friend, nilisema sasa hapa, there's no gear reverse. 20. So eventually by the time I was finishing that season, I was being paid like 240 Gs. After that particular season, I was like, man, this yeshika pesa kai kwa life. And sometimes, you know, I used to turn up on set. The director wants me, but he doesn't know where to fit me in the scene. So he just allow me to walk like the rest of the extras, just to be seen, to be the picture. But now my rates are different. Now I'm being paid on a different, on hourly basis.
So, okay.
You get. So I ended up with good money. Couple of years after that particular season, the next season, now that's when things changed.
In what way?
And now we started to be being paid now per episode now.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Who changed it? The Kenya Film Commission guys set up new law?
Now it's just now. Mi nasemanga sisi ndo tujiharibia, si wenyewe ndo tujiharibia. You know, like someone feels like I can assist you to bring down your budget. I can help you cut down on costs.
So you get paid per day instead of per hour?
Yes. Now, instead of doing this, let's do this. You know, you bring up, like, the producer of the day decides, now, let's change this. You know?
That's bullshit.
So that they can get more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that
so the
the
returns
production
are
house
more.
can be left with more. You know? So you end up getting the little that is out there. Shika your 16 you've done for episode. Sawa. Because at least now I'm appreciated as an actor, Kenyan actor. I'll take it. I want to pay my rent. I want to pay my bills. Unachukua. So through Makutano, then nikaanza kupata other gigs now, going to Beba, I casted for Ocean Set, you know, guys calling you, hey, Mazi, you are great on TV. Can you come and do a role on my show? I had to do like in a year, there's a time nakumbuka, it was around 2009, 2011 hapo. I was looking at my bank statement and I was like, mimi nimekula hii pesa yote. I could see like I've actually worked on different TV series and gained so much money from them as an actor/writer. So I'll apply writing on Makutano Junction and apply my writing on Beba Beba. And now I'm still doing roles on other different shows hapa na pale kwa TV.
So what got you then to go from acting to script writing?
Oh bro, things
directing?
changed vibaya sana.
What happened?
Things just changed. But now the main local free channels started to talk about now we need new actors on our TV sets. We want to have fresh faces. We cannot be working with the same faces every now and then. So please, we need... Now, by doing so, what do they do? They'll bring in new faces by saying, hey, now, man, like, Kim, my brother here, come, act this role. But because you're not an actor, we want to expose you. So you'll do this role, similar role I was doing, but now, just difference is name and just a change of the storyline and appearance. Now, you'll do this role, but you're going to give you a 5K per episode. So because you are hungry and you want to appear on TV and you want to be exposed, you'll say yes. And you're young at that point. You're probably just out of high school the other day. You feel like, from high school to on TV, I'll take the 5,000 bob. So now what happens to the old actors, the actors who have been there? You are too expensive. You're too expensive for the show. Unakuwa sidelined.
Fuck.
So it got to a point, the acting wasn't giving me so much. I was feeling like I was putting in so much acting, but the money out of it was
not worth it.
Not worth it. So I had to stick now with script writing. Because now that's the point where napata, guys, a few guys are writing. You know, a few of you are well known for writing for TV. So watch and stick in writing.
And there was more money there.
And there was more money there. So through writing, Kajembe, if I continue with writing, probably it also get to a point where a generation will come and sideline me. So I said, no, let me learn another skill. Then nikaanza kulearn. I started with first being an assistant director.
So assistant director, what's your role?
Yeah, as an assistant director, most of the time you make schedules for the shoot.
Okay.
Like today we're going to be shooting the following locations, these scenes, the following actors are needed, the following locations are needed. You coordinate with the producer, tell the producer.
Are you the one that makes the call sheet?
Yes, the one who makes the whole call sheet, gets it approved by the EP, that's the executive producer. It's like, okay, it works.
Maybe for those who don't understand, what is a call sheet exactly?
A call sheet is just like a normal day-to-day program you can make for either like just a program of time, how you're going to work the time from morning to evening, what's going to be happening at this particular hour. Just
so you're scheduling your day and scenes because it's a time-based.
Yes, time-based.
Time-based as well. And
it's time-based, it's location-based, and it's, I can say, actor-based in the sense that is an actor available for this time for this scene? Is that particular location available? You know, is it been paid for? So you have to coordinate with the rest of the departments. Like this, I want to shoot scene, this, and this. Is wardrobe available for this scene? They're like, we don't have the wardrobe yet. Reschedule that.
Wardrobe, how are you getting it? Is there a company that gives you the wardrobes?
Normally, when it comes to TV productions, it's the production house that buys the wardrobe.
Some wapi Mtumba clothes.
Mitumba, some high-end shops up and pale, go to the exhibition halls, get specific clothes as what they...
By the way, someone told me, it's a conspiracy mama. Was it a conspiracy mama or Grella? I'm confused who said it, but the rhetoric is that if you wear Mitumba clothes, you carry the energy of the person wearing it. So if that person was very energetic, very positive in life, it doubles onto you. So if you've changed your wardrobe,
is it believable?
And you feel very negative.
It's the
that jamaa alikuwa anavaa hizo nguo.
Alikuwa kwa hawezi.
So investigate it. If you've gone shopping recently and you bought mtumba and you're feeling very sad all of a sudden, it's not that Kim has not texted back. It's that Jama's clothes you are wearing.
Hey, go change. Burn those clothes immediately.
So okay. And that's within the budget, right?
Yes, that's with this.
So even do actors also have to get fed and everything?
Yes,
food?
Also on set, the actors gets fed because actually you cannot afford telling an actor, leave set, go eat outside and come back by 2B here.
Yeah, so you'd rather keep everything in house.
You rather keep them here because you so that you can control in the sense that you only have 30 minutes of eating. 30 minutes, please get done. we are running out of time to shoot certain scenes. So hana choice.
But it's an intense schedule because even George Moore, he was supposed to join us, but it's like it's nearly 9 o'clock, eh?
Nearly.
Hey, we've been going on for long, eh?
Yeah.
How long?
It's 1 hour. 1 hour and
Okay.
So a few minutes will be done.
Minutes, yeah. So he's still going on till now.
Yes, he's still
And
going
he was
on
supposed to
set.
join us. Do they provide extra meals then at that point?
Yes, no, probably running tea, or if you're gonna do the night shoot until around midnight, yeah, definitely. Supper is coming
if you compare like the American Guild actors, they were saying there's like a universal basic income for them.
Yes.
For all actors.
For all actors.
And it's a lot of money, bro.
Yes, and even for the extras, like they have their union whereby tunajua, we have an agreement that no extra is going to be paid less than probably 10,000 bob Kenyan money. All of us, whatever set you go to, this is in Kenya, we're not yet there.
And we should get there, you know?
Yeah, we should get there. Let's say, I was telling you, there were policies that were being created last year where guys were being told, bring your issues, bring them on the table. Let's discuss them with the labor laws that we have in place. Let's put them in place, push a bill in parliament. Guys ranted about that for 4 or 5 months. The 8th month, then things have gone silent. A document was created out of it, by the way. But now, who's gonna push it to the parliament? No one's following it up. Bitange did the same also some time back.
Is there a ministry that's in charge? So Kenya Film Commission falls under, like, it's a parastatal or...
it's more for, parastatal, I would say.
Is there any government agency or government arm specific, like you have Ministry of Transport, do we have Ministry of that's specifically tied to that particular area to promote?
We're tied to the Ministry of Communication. So, ilianzanga huko kitende kainanga Ministry of Culture. Sasa saizi I don't know if we're in tuko kwa...
Because you know the thing is, if you look at all these new movies like Star Wars, Star Trek, or these sci-fi movies, they're usually in dystopian lands with very vast terrains. Chalbi Desert.
Yeah.
That can look like some planet if you shoot it over there. And then Kenya has the facilities as well.
Yes.
We have the correct resorts. Maybe some resorts like the Marriott are built on the wrong location in Masai Mara. But in general, most people get it right the first time. But we have the service level excellence.
Yes.
We have the capabilities in terms of our actors, writers, directors. We have the facilities to support the film. We have the technology, the location, the geography.
Yeah.
We're very what's the opposite of inept? Adept. Well, we're a country that can handle such large productions. So why aren't we now emphasizing this industry to come? Because I mean, these guys spend hundreds of millions of dollars to shoot these films, bro. And imagine if we shoot 4 or 5 big budget films for Hollywood over here.
Yes, it will change the whole
industry,
scenario. The industry will change. Kabisa. We'll have a totally different industry. Even just having one of those big studios just built in Kenya.
Yeah.
Me, my friend, tutakuwa different level completely.
What surprised me is we actually, as Kenyan entities, we don't shoot films and commercials locally. We go to India.
Yeah. Or we bring the guys here to do a couple of bits and scenes here then.
So this was in St. Mary's junior school. It must have been class 6 or 7. Bata was looking for kids to do an ad. And I remember James Orengo's son, Michael, got it. I've said this story before on the podcast. And I was also one of the finalists. But when shooting, we shot some scenes locally, us playing football, going around a table to kula chapati and this and that. And then the rest was focused on Michael. They scrapped that. Then they took him to India to do a proper shoot. The rest of us were told, fuck off. Sasa, you're taking the wrong color to India. And then at that time, for that, he got paid 80,000 bob.
That was good money.
That was good money. For a kid, man, whose balls haven't even popped. You know?
But it's changing. It's changing. I would say we are growing, but it's taking too long. It's taking too long. We're not addressing the challenges that faced previous generations. We know about it.
We just decided to put it under the carpet.
Yes.
Bury it.
We're working slowly on this change. So you find what is happening to me right now kwa industry to the point I am where niko saizi. For the generation the generation that behind me is gonna face the same challenges because no one is addressing these issues. No one is coming out and saying, okay, let's work on these labor laws whereby we've decided as a crew member, you can work from saa 2 hadi 5. After that, you need to be paid extra.
Yes.
No one is pushing for that, you see. But it's there. We've complained about it. So you go on a set, this is you go on a set whereby you guys are shooting an advert. It's supposed to go for 2 days, that particular advert. But now, production house decides we're going to shoot during the day and at night. And you're both going to be given that pay of just 1 day.
That's fucked up.
It's going to that point where sometimes, even as an actor, they call you for an advert, you feel like,
is it really worth it?
Is it really worth it?
But the sad thing is, bro, it's between you and your next meal and your next rent.
Yes. So sasa unazapata unaitwa advert, unarealize advert unaambiwa take 80,000 bob, then it becomes a billboard, it goes on social media, and it goes on TV, and it goes on print. And previously, it just used to be advert, this is for TV, and it's going to be for only 3 years. They tell you the timeline the advert is going to run, and they tell you, we're giving you, this is the amount of money we're giving you. Take it. Are you comfortable with it? No, I'm not. Okay, you discuss, they give you what you feel. And it goes on TV alone. But right now with everyone wanting to be out there as an artist, akiambiwa 80,000 for billboard na social media, hata kumbuka this is the TV. Then he sees it on TV. He has nowhere to run to. He doesn't even have money to go solicit a lawyer, advocate, somewhere mtete. The contract he signs, he was not given a copy. So you don't even have a contract to go tell a lawyer, this is what we had discussed initially. Contract they're left with. Yeah.
Morrison, what are you working on right now?
I'm working on a new show. There's a new show that's supposed to run on one of the on the TV as soon as early as probably this December.
Can you talk about it? Can you give the name?
I can give the name. The name is Keto. I cannot explain more because of the NDAs we signed.
Sure.
Yeah, because now we have to finish it up first, and then probably after December 14th, I can come and now talk more about it.
We need to get you and George more back over here. Please.
Yeah, so there's a lot of exposure. I mean, there's a lot of I don't know what I can call it. Is it what is the right term? I wouldn't say it's lack of knowledge, but at the end of the day, there's so much undercutting kwa industry the Kenyan film sector. There's so much people don't know about, especially even when signing contracts to do these jobs.
You don't know what you're getting into.
You get into a contract whereby it doesn't state the number of days you'll be working, but it's just giving you you're going to receive the following amount of money. See, you as an actor, you've been told you're going to receive probably 100K after this particular shoot. Then you end up working for this 100K for 3 months. Is it worth it?
Bro, the thing that surprised me is, and we had a heart-to-heart with you, with George. You guys are seasoned vets. You're talented artists, right? But financial freedom where you can say, let me take 6 months off, spend time with the family, this and that. You have, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Yes, if you don't work, you ain't getting it.
And this is not fair in an industry that's so ripe with potential, and it's just honed back by these structures and cartels. And I've heard about cartels as well. That's a whole other conversation. That's one thing. That's why we wanted to go to an international producer, so then they would bring structures set in Australia, in Europe, in America, to set a new shift over here. And we generally hope that it's going to come through for us.
I hope so. I really hope so. Because you see now what you're talking about, these are things you anticipate people like KFC to work on. But what are they doing?
Unajua ukisema KFC?
Kenya Film Commission. These are the people you anticipate to come on board and decide, now we have to create measures to help these characters in the industry. How are we going to work with this? Because now the industry is changing every day. We started with the normal black and white TV when they were being initiated, so miaka za 2005, the color TV. Yeah. Now we have cable TV, we have streaming online, the content is changing online. So how are we going to differentiate between this is an artist and this is a local content maker? So what's the prices for this social media content maker and for this TV artist? So as time goes by, some technology will come in place, and we have changed our laws or structured how to work our policies. Kim, AI is going to come in place.
Kim, you're going to spread the word about our movies, yeah? Yes. I think, can we share the rough drawings we had.
Yes, I think so. We can do so.
I think I'll just maybe you'll have to block out the wording and stuff, but just maybe put up the
Highlight
the color tones.
The visual.
There's a visual board, mood board, what we've worked on. And if anyone wants more details, we can definitely share that.
Yeah, you can pitch.
But Morrison, this is nice, bro. Me, I love this. That's why I love this podcast, and that's why I love doing it with actors as well.
Which movie did you love? Acted in Africa. Me, I love Tears of the Sun.
Tears of the Sun.
Tears of the Sun was nice.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
And also Eyes in the Sky. The one in Somalia.
That's a porno.
No.
It's about these terrorists in Somalia.
It is about
Black Hawk Down was nice.
Black Hawk.
But Black Hawk wasn't shot in Somalia, right? It was based. Have you seen Black Hawk Down?
No.
Bro, watch that. You want a Black Hawk Down?
There's a Black Hawk Town.
Black Hawk Down.
Or Black Hawk Down.
Yeah,
I think I've watched
the one
it.
based in Somalia. No, of course not, bro.
Somalia.
Yeah.
Do you imagine that most of the cinemas in zinataka they look Somali? Most of them are shot in Malindi.
Really? Yeah.
Malindi town.
Yeah, because it's similar.
It's similar
landscape,
setup.
Yeah.
I've done very many foreign shows that depicting Somali.
There's
Hapo Malindi.
which recent movie did I watch? They're my personal favorites, which I won't talk about right now. But there's a recent movie that I watched that really stood out to me. I'm gonna have to give you that name.
Is it a slow burn or action?
Yeah, it's a slow burn. It's a very slow burn. I'll give it to you. Just put it up over here. But it was a movie that really surprised me. And that's what I love about film. So video games and film. Video games more so. Film is able to take you to a place and really make you deep dive into this atmosphere. Yeah, and there's some stories that by the end of it, when you watch, you're like, what the hell did I just see? Yeah. Now with games, the more impressive element is they're starting to become more movie-like in terms of the caliber of the script, the visual and tonality of the game, but you can control it.
Yeah.
So you're actually more invested in the show.
And that's one thing. If you can get to a point whereby as you're marketing your show, you make it interactive with the public, that's one of the ways that tufanye sisi. Like from the word go, get the public to interact with you, how you're making your movie.
So through social media.
Social media, to get them to come on set, watch what you're doing,
free
that
publicity.
way, create like a forum, guys, this is what we're doing today, put it on social media. If you want to turn up on set, that's what because we need to educate the public about what we are going through. If they don't get to understand what it takes to put a 20-minute show on their TV, they'll just be watching and saying, these Kenyans are always boring. These Kenyans are always doing the same topics of love, shooting, But if you bring them over, every time I always have guests on set and they see what we're going through to just get a 1-minute scene. They leave feeling like, I'll stop dissing.
We'll have to put IP protection on whatever we talked about. Mara, you see guys have gone and made that. We'll put, yes, if you've listened to this podcast, the ideas given are copyrighted. Copyright protected.
Yes.
But Morrison, thank you so much for coming, bro.
Santi, thank you for.
It's 9:05. We've been going on for a while,
because this topic, I'd start as usual. I was silent. Now I think after talking,
so you like this format of talking? You like this format?
Yes, definitely. So that's an next time we're talking it. I think I'll speak more.
Yeah, bro. So you see,
I'll have more to say.
It's very different from an interview because there's no structure. You come, you speak your mind, and then you let me as the host just guide the conversation
and play the humor. That's what you're good at, bro.
But I appreciate you, brother. I know we haven't met in a while, but every time I meet you and George, it re-emphasizes the energy and vigor we have for this project. Inshallah, it will get made.
Yeah.
We will set new trends.
We have to.
We have no option but to.
We have to.
Because this life is too short.
Yeah.
We have to leave our stamp on it.
Seriously.
And beyond the podcast, beyond what you're doing, I think a movie that we make or a series that we make that has our stamp on it, it's something that's our lifelong dream. So with your support, right? You watching, we're going to make this happen. So thank you, my brother.
Sante.
I appreciate you. Guys, thank you for tuning in. This has been Coffee Pump. We'll catch you in the next episode.